clarifying language, clarifying self communication, clarifying how we talk to ourselves and to others, and how we see ourselves and others is very important for peace, calm, clarity, and understanding. Right now, you are hearing what I say. This process is happening automatically. You are able to understand what I say. This too is happening automatically. You are able to comprehend it. This comprehension too is happening automatically. Understanding is arising automatically. Feelings, thoughts, response, reactions are arising automatically. If you pay close attention, you can notice it right now. This is true now, and this is true pretty much anytime. Thoughts, emotions, feelings, even understanding, interpretation is arising on its own. Even automatic reactions are arising on their own. We cannot take responsibility of something that is not under our complete conscious control. If we pay close attention, we can notice that even thoughts, feelings, emotions are not under our complete conscious control. If they were, there won't be any reason or even a possibility of suffering, because in that mode, we will only choose thoughts, feelings, emotions that we desire, that we want, that we find intelligent, useful, peaceful, calm, happy, blissful, joyous, and there won't be any need for any spirituality or inquiry, because we would already be free of all mental suffering. So, this is a vital point to understand, remember, and to remind ourselves every day, perhaps multiple times a day. Once we understand that, we can potentially let go of the blame, guilt, anger, frustration that we sometimes feel because thoughts, emotions, feelings that arise are not what we logically think makes sense or is good for us. And this understanding can potentially lessen this automatic bill, automatic guilt, blame, regret, repent. Beyond that, there is one more point that we can observe and understand even right now. Even this process of blaming, even this process of guilt is happening automatically. We are not controlling it. We are not consciously, with our intelligence, presence, deciding to feel guilty or to blame ourselves. This too is happening on its own. With that understanding, our understanding deepens little bit more. And the tendency to blame ourselves, to go in guilt trip, can lessen little bit more. One thing we can observe at any point, at any time, that judging, calling something good or bad, too is happening automatically. We are not doing it. It might be happening even right now. You might agree or might disagree with what you are hearing, and that agreement or disagreement is happening on its own. It has already happened by the time you noticed it. I am awareness. I am the witness. I am the choiceless presence. I become aware of what is happening. I become aware of dreams. I become aware of thoughts, of thinking, but in most cases, I am not the one who is really starting them, initiating them, controlling them. Once we fully understand it, we can start communicating differently. We can start communicating differently to ourselves, to our family, to others. Without this understanding, we habitually say, I should not think of past, as if it is I who, with my conscious intention, deciding to think of past. We say, I should not be anxious, as if it is I who is consciously using presence, intelligence, conscious will, is deciding to think of future every time. In same way, we say, oh, I should not be angry. You should not be angry. Why I am angry? Why are you angry? I should not be afraid. I should not be in fear. I should not live in fear. As if I am in real control. As if I am really consciously choosing it. Once this understanding deepens, we understand that we are not the real thinker. We are not the real doer. We are not in real control of what we think, what we feel, the emotions that arise, thoughts that arise. And because of that, we are not even in true control of what we say or what we do. Because more often than not, what we say, what we do is a result of what we think, what we feel, and what kind of emotions we get. And if we are not in true control of our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings, we cannot truly be in real control of what results from it. A speech, action results from them, from what we think, what we feel, and the emotions that arise. Once we understand that, we understand that I am not the real doer. I am not the real doer of what seems to have happened through me. Others are not real doers either. They are not in real control of what has happened through them. They are not the real doer of what seems to happen or seems to have happened through them. Just as dreams comes, thoughts come, pretty much everything, including this listening right now, this understanding right now, and thoughts, emotions, reactions that are arising right now is happening automatically. without your conscious choosing, without your conscious control. And this is the beginning of a spiritual understanding. I am not the real doer. You are not the real doer. Others are not the real doer of the things that seem to happen through them. So surrender the ignorance of being in control, surrender the ignorance of being the real doer, surrender the ignorance of believing others to be the real doer. Just observe, monitor, investigate how your own thoughts are arising right now. Do you find this slow delivery irritating? If you do, are you truly choosing it consciously? If you are choosing it consciously, why are you choosing something that feels painful? Using your own intelligence, presence, and conscious will. This we can investigate anytime. And because judging, blaming, feeling guilt too arises automatically. It might be arising even right now. Because it arises automatically, we can forgive ourselves for that too.